Hi, this is Kyle Grossmiller. I'm a Principal Cloud Technical Specialist at Pure Storage. And in this first part of a multi-part demo video series, we're going to talk about how you can now automate the capacity expansion of Pure Cloud Block Store. Now you can do this manually from the command line, which is a feature we recently came out with. But here we're going to show you how you can leverage the power of Azure Functions to set up a capacity threshold and do it for you. To get started here, I'm logging into PowerShell. This is from the Pure Storage VMware Cloud Manager OVA, which is deployed inside of Azure VMware Solution. So I've logged in, I've got my PowerShell prompt. We'll look at the new commands that are available that we'll focus on in today's video. There's deploy PCBS capacity monitor. There's add PCBS capacity monitor, and then there's get PCBS capacity monitor. We'll start with deploying this apparatus. Again, we've got some command line syntax here that tells us a lot of the different fields and variables that are available with the get help command. And I'll just post in a generic one here and show you where I'm grabbing all of these different components from. The first one is my AVS cloud. That's my Azure VMware Solution Cloud, so I'm grabbing that name. I'm going to grab the resource group that the AVS cloud resides within. Soon we'll be coming out with a version of this where you do not need AVS. You can just do this without AVS and do it standalone for other Azure services. Now I'm going to create a new resource group that will hold all of the capacity monitoring apparatus. I'll show you the West US2 is the region I want to deploy it into. I do need to grab a CIDR off of an Azure VNet. That is on, in this case, it's the same Azure VNet that my Cloud Block Store instance is connected to. That's what I'm grabbing there. Next, I got to grab the resource group that the VNet is in. Grabbing that here. And then finally, I'm going to use a subnet inside of this VNet. You can use an existing subnet provided it does not have any services attached to it. But in this case, I'm just going to look for something that is unused, which is what I'm looking for here. So I've got my CIDR block I want to use. It's not the one highlighted that is shown here. I'm just going to create a completely net new one on that 18 network, a -28. Last but not least, the default capacity is set to 80. This is an optional flag, but I'm going to set it to 60 just so in the next demo video I can show the automatic Cloud Block Store capacity expansion for you. Here we can see it has succeeded. Got some relevant information there. If I look at my resource groups and I click into the capacity monitor, got a few things. App service plan, which is a serverless compute instance that runs the function app. And then the function app itself has this capacity monitor trigger. To start, there are, as we'll see here, there are no arrays associated with this resource group, no Cloud Block Store arrays. We can see my default 60% utilization has made it here. Next, I'm going to add an array to it. So I'll grab this capacity monitor resource group that I just created, that I just showed you, and then I'll grab the IP address of a Cloud Block Store instance. This is a v10, it's not full at all, and it's at its most basic configuration level, which is 2.25 terabytes raw capacity. So I'll grab the management IP address, which I'm pasting in here, then giving it my pure user credentials to register it against that Azure function I just showed. So now if we do that get command again, we put in that monitor resource group again, now we can see that array has been added. You can add multiple arrays as well. Stay tuned for part 2, where I will actually show you an automatic expansion of that Cloud Block Store array we just added. Thanks a lot for watching.